This is Crazy News Reacts, where I scour news sources for the weirdest, most insane, craziest news of the day. Hey guys, welcome to Clearwater Beach.
Let's go to work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more. But I'm not going to give up and fall. Rise above.
Today, I want to delve into something close to my heart, Florida prison system. There is an inmate a few years back who filmed inside the conditions and brought it out to the Miami Herald. I now have the unedited video, and I'd like to show it to you and give you my commentary since I have so much experience in this topic. Let's continue and check out Scott Whitney's prison video inside Martin Correctional Institution.
New undercover footage obtained by the Miami Herald shows the horrific living conditions behind bars at a notorious Florida prison. Inmate Scott Whitney had been secretly filming inside the Martin Correctional Institute since 2012 and was able to release some of his footage to the Miami Herald.
In a documentary called Behind the Barbed Wire, Whitney shows inmates fighting each other nearly to death.
The ability to have a cell phone in prison, even though it's contraband, isn't unusual. Lots of prisoners have cell phones. They're brought in either through visitation, through guards, and then they can kind of use them as they please. But Scott actually used cameras attached to the side of glasses that he wore. He also put a phone in a Bible, and he cut out the O in holy and was able to carry that around and film from within the book.
In fact, I think he got caught with a cell phone once and was sort of locked up for a while, and then came right back out and started shooting. And the images are really, I guess disturbing. There are many other words to describe it. We talked about the widespread drug use, the violence, but also kind of like the lack of interest that staff there seem to take in the inmates. So I'm curious about how Florida officials are reacting.
They are freaking the out. That's what they are doing. And the reaction isn't to fix the problem. Find out who has the phones and lock their ass up so no more videos can get out. And that's the truth. Martin Correctional Facility has gone down the tubes since I was there 20 years ago. And Scott Whitney, the man filming all this, he doesn't get out until the year 2039 after having been locked up in 2012. So that's just about 20 years. He is currently housed at Century Correctional Institution, having been moved out of Martin to try to get him off balance so he doesn't have any phones, he doesn't have any friends anymore, he's got to start all over, give time to the Department of Corrections to figure shit out. But they know exactly what is going on, guys.
The thing about drugs and contraband, including cell phones, is how are they getting in and out of the prison? There's a good likelihood that it's coming from the staff. They're the ones coming back and forth, right?
It is common that guards can bring it through. They can make a large profit by selling them to inmates and having inmates sell access to that cell phone, which they then pass up to the guards. And so that's why when Scott got caught with a cell phone and came out, he almost immediately got another phone. He said, I have money. There's corruption everywhere in the system. I can always get another.
There's a couple things to unpack there, right? Their statement that they are doing everything they can to keep cell phones out of prison is complete and utter bullshit. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of cell phones inside the fences of the Florida State prison system. How did they get there? Well, from my experience, they are brought in by the correctional officers because they're certainly too big to put up your butt in a visiting room, right? So staff, nurses, doctors, teachers, guards, that's how they get in. Because all you have to do is get your cell phone to whoever this dirty person is, and they will bring it in for $500 to $1,000. Same with drugs. They are the drug traffickers because they bring in amazing amounts of tobacco and illicit drugs, along with those cell phones.
One of the more shocking videos to come out of the prison involved inmates who were high and they were drunk. Explain to us, what kind of drugs are used, how they get into the prison, and I guess the alcohol, I'm guessing it's just sort of homemade stuff with stuff that they can get from the cafeteria.
The alcohol is sort of homemade stuff. They sell sugar, inmates sell contraband sugar from the kitchen, and they kind of let that ferment. The drugs, the largest one in the prison system right now is K2. It's also known as spice. In the video, you hear them referring to it as twak a lot, or twack. And what that is it's a synthetic cannabinoid, so it can be made with homemade products. It's harder to detect on a standard urine test, and that's why it's so easy for these prisoners to make it and consume it and get it on the inside. Unfortunately, because it is synthetic, It has a lot of unknown effects. They don't know what it's being made with, and that's why it's caused so many overdoses.
I have provided you with a breakdown of how many people have died in the Florida Department of Corrections since 2018. If you add all of those up, we're talking about 3,023 deaths in just 6 years. And this next chart breaks it down by 2021, 2022, and then another one from 2023 to 2024. Look at how many people have died. And there's a lot of natural causes here, which if you compare it to society is way off the hook. No way. It's impossible. A lot of these natural deaths are not natural. Beatings, diseases, COVID, you name it. And to central office up in Tallahassee, these are just inmates. You know, scum of the earth, who cares? Write down whatever you want as cause of death. It's a sad fact. Now, let's go on, because this video I'm about to show you tells you everything you need to know about how concerned prisons are about their inmates.
But I'm not going to give up and fall. Rise above it all. Beat all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat a ball. I never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt.
You can see in this smuggled video how bad conditions are, how people get killed, no guards are around, right there in film, how people fight, no guards around. It's a dangerous, dangerous environment, and you have to be on toes to survive that. With slick television shows like the now deceased Lockup and the new phenom 60 Days In, they don't really show you what I just showed you. They cut all of that kind of stuff out so that you think, oh, prisons are well run, staffed, and that everything's under control, which is the direct opposite. Now, these people you just saw in the video are going to get released someday into your community. And if they're doing stuff like that, what do you think's going to happen? Because there's no rehabilitation. I hope I showed you some stuff that you really can understand in the video. Well, take it for what it's worth. Leave in the comments what you think. I'm just, actually, I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just going to say... Please like and subscribe. This is a free channel, so all you have to do is hit the thumbs up and the subscribe. And if you have it in your heart, I always ask, share it with your friends and family. I'll see you right back here tomorrow night at midnight. Have a good one.